girls, welcome back to part 2 of our online blog class. We're so excited that you came back to visit with us. And the first thing I want to tell you is you guys are a bunch of enablers. I've been from store to store buying adhesives and then at night doing little science projects to see which one works the best. My only problem is I haven't been able to find the Helmer's 450, so that one's not in my testing. But so far, of all of the ones I've tested, Beacon's Adhesive Fabri-Tac is my favorite. You put it on, it's almost dry before you get your embellishment on, and it sticks really well. My second to that would be Fast Grab Tacky Glue. And then other glues are glue, and they don't need to be mentioned. So, this was the winner. I just want y'all to know you enabled me to go spend a bunch of money on adhesive I'll probably never use. But it's okay. You're my friends. Okay, we're going to get started with our class. And before we go on to pages 2 and 3, last week I forgot to mention taking the top of your album package and this little scalloped edge, cutting a 3-inch piece, and I just placed it right under the photo mat. So that scalloped edge is a piece of the packaging, and I totally left that off last time. So there it is. So today we're going to work on pages 2 and 3. But before we start, I'm going to have you pull out your snow angel off of your 12 by 12 chipboard, and we're going to get our glossy accents on it so it can start drying. So get your 12 by 12 chipboard, and you want this snow angel piece out right there. And then you're going to put your glossy accents over the top of that banner. So pour it on and then set that aside so it can dry. And set it somewhere so that you don't stick your arm in it as you're working. Alrighty, for page 2, you're going to need your Snowfall words, your Snowfall drift, and your Snowfall cabin papers. You will also need your Snowfall trinkets, your Filling Frosty cardstock sticker, and your 12 by 12 etc. chipboard. Okay, let's get started. The first thing you'll need is a 3 1/4 by 4 inches piece of the back side of the Snowfall words. And then you're going to use a border punch and just punch the bottom, the short side. Then your photo is actually going to be 3 by 3 1/4. So if you don't have your photo yet and you don't want to do this part, that's okay. If you want to just use a piece like I am to do it, that's okay too. Then you will need a 1 3/4 inch circle of the back side of the drift paper. And also out of the drift paper, you'll need 1 1/4 by 1/4 inch little banner strip. Out of cabin, you'll need a 1 by 3/4 inch banner strip. And out of your Filling Frosty sticker, you'll want a 1 1/2 inch piece of that snowflake border. So we're going to take our photo and we're going to stick these little banners on the bottom of it. And I'm actually going to sew right on my photo of this white rabbit in the snow. And I'm just going to put a tiny touch of adhesive on there. Don't put too much because it'll jam up your sewing machine. So we're just going to kind of tack those 3 pieces on there, and then we're going to sew them. Okay, after you've sewn those little banners on, just take a pair of scissors and let's give them each a little peek. These don't have to be even or neat. In fact, if you have something different you want to do, go for it. I had a couple of viewers that mentioned they were a little intimidated. Lynn, are you out there? Don't be intimidated. How does one eat an elephant? One bite at a time. We're just taking this one page at a time, and your album is going to be fabulous. So don't stress and don't be intimidated. So just make little flags of those. Then we're going to adhere that to our mat. Then we're going to put adhesive on half of our circle and adhere him under the edge right there. Now we're ready to place it on our page. And I'm going to show you what I did on my page. So here's the page. I pretended as if it were in the album and I were flipping it. And then I drew myself an arrow right there, just to be sure that I got it the right way. So, there we go. Then you're going to get a trinket of your choice and stick him on top of the circle. Sure. And then from your 12 by 12 etc. chipboard, you're going to choose a letter. I chose an S, that's for my last name. You could choose, it could mean snuggly, snuggle, it could be the first letter of your child's name, the first letter of an endearing word, your husband, your family name. So you just pick whatever letter you want. We're just going to stick that right on top of that trinket. And if you want to just keep the trinket there, that's okay too. And I actually put a little knot here like it was tied on, and I got my string out of my muslin. And again, I think I told you I'm kind of a cheater. I don't actually tie it around, I just glue it on top to give the appearance of being tied around. All right, and then when I'm done with my next page, I'll go back and paint on the glitter like we did on the first pages. So let's move on to the next page.